This is a quick video for how to sharpen a knife under household conditions in 5 minutes. Usually as this video starts, there's always the sharp knife demonstration. Oh look, I cut a tomato in half with one hand, and then look, I sliced the tomato without touching it. So these demonstrations are a bit fake, because while you slice the tomato you actually press it down with a knife, so you touch it with the knife itself. And if the board is not slippery, so if I was selling you knives, I would just claim, oh, I did cut it without touching it. But the knife is touching it, so and it's pressing it down. So it's not a valid test. But in the usual household you just cut food. So the usual test, this is the actual food and you would cut it like this. Or in the other direction. Okay, the knife is sharp. Oh, maybe if that was not enough, let's cut some paper. Paper cutting test is always fun. It's a multiple layer folded paper, not the usual one layer paper. Oh look, it cuts paper, let's eat paper. It's a good nutrition for children, paper, no? Well, you get the idea, the knife is sharp, and now I'm going to teach you how to sharpen the knife. In 5 minutes under household conditions. And quickly for comparison, here is a Dragonstone glass knife out of flexible glass, which is as sharp as a metal blade will never get. You can slice very thin slices, transparent slices. A metal knife has a bit of a trouble to do the same. So, chop, chop, chop. Okay. Different knives, different sharpness levels. For the actual knife sharpening, you need a knife, a sharpening stone, and a bit of logic. The logic part is where you have to understand how you want to use your knife, how you cut the food. If you are a person who cuts the food from yourself to the outside, you will have to sharpen the knife so that it cuts and slides across the blade, so from here to here, so the lines will go like this. If you like to pull the knife in your direction when you cut, then you will have to sharpen the knife in this way, where the lines dig into food, so they cut into food like this. At a 30-degree angle, from 30 to 40, some say for 28 to 45, but at an angle. If you like to poke your food, then of course you will sharpen it from this direction. If you like to chop it, then you have to sharpen it in straight lines. So for this knife I'm gonna sharpen it in a way that the food is going to be cut in a pulling motion. Okay. This is a sharpening stone, it's better wet. So the basic sharpening motion is as easy, you just align the knife. It should be flat on the surface and the stone itself should be flat. This one is messed up, but this is household conditions, not the perfect conditions. If you like to chop your food, you sharpen it in this way. Just keep it low on the sharpening stone and slide the edge of the blade into this stone. Because I'm gonna use it as a cutting knife, not a chopping knife, I'm gonna sharpen it at a 30-degree angle, which the lines represent for convenience of understanding. So this would be 45 degrees, this would be 30 degrees. And the motion is like this, just pull over. Again, this is household conditions, not the perfect conditions where you have a circulating sharpening stone and you just hold the blade under it. So from this side you just have to cut very narrow and polished lines into the knife, into the blade. Of course sharpen the tip, so the edge. So the sharpening stone does some abrasion to the edge of the blade. So this side will go down at the 30-degree angle to the sharpening stone. Okay, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8, about 20. Okay, and turn around. Now the reverse one. This will go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get the idea, about 20 times or so. Now let's suppose the knife is sharpened. Okay, after you're satisfied with the edge, now is the little trick. You can create little teeth, little metallic teeth. So while you are sharpening, you were sliding into the, slowly like cutting into the sharpening stone. But now you want to let the little metallic teeth and needles, very microscopic, not going to be visible. You want to stick them outside of the knife a little. So you just slide the knife along. So this creates microscopic teeth. Without much pressure. So they're going to give the knife a little more sharpness, and then again not cutting into the stone, just sliding it in the opposite direction of the cutting. Yeah. You have to always think in reverse a little bit, because from this side the lines will go like this, so in reverse. So the basic idea is this sharpening lines at which the knife is sharpened at which angle. Let's say this is a chopping knife, and you usually chop from top to bottom or a little bit at an angle. So this is going to be sharpened in a very simple way, 90 degrees to the stone itself. Just keep it flat on the stone. Like almost flat. So that you don't mess up the edge on the other side. Okay, and the finish is you pull it along to create this little microscopic metallic teeth that will help the cutting. I hope it helps. Hope you understand the techniques of sharpening. There is no best way of sharpening. Each knife is different. Different knife, different tool, different purpose, and different technique, different angle at which you have to sharpen it. First you have to understand how you want to cut your food. Chop it. You sharpen it at the 90-degree first into the stone, and then at the edge as a finish, like a few times, just drag it across to create these little tiny needles, metallic teeth. If you like to cut it like this, the lines will go like teeth into the direction of the cutting. You have to cut it into the other direction. You see, doesn't cut that much because it was sharpened into the opposite direction for specific use. This only cuts half as good. Requires a bit more pressure. So first step is to understand yourself, and then you can rule the kitchen world. It's not for chopping, it wasn't sharpened for chopping actually, just for this one movement. Down and pull. Down and push doesn't work as well, but at an angle also okay. In case you like to cut your food like this, then you will have to understand at which angle the blade is cutting into the food, and which angle it has to glide across the food. So the angle should be about 30 degrees at which it shall glide if you are going to pull it, but if you are going to chop 90. So this is going to be a bit like chopping and pushing down. So it's going to be maybe 75, 80. Also, some people like to use a circular motion, so that because they like to cut in a circular motion, so the food is going to travel along like this and then exit at the edge. as don't push it too hard on the stone. Take a few extra steps instead of messing it up. In any way, if it's a good knife, it's easy to sharpen. If it's a bad knife, then bad luck. It will finish. Okay, I hope it helps. Thank you for supporting the Creative Commons movement. Thank you for sharpening your knives. Have fun.